Hello, Southside families. I'm Lori Downs, principal of Southside Christian School. Thank you so much for waiting for our back to school plan. In March, when Governor Inslee announced that all schools in Washington state would be closed, that was a decision that was made from the top. Since then, there was an outcry from administrators, teachers, and parents requesting that if this was to happen again, it would look differently. Yesterday, we learned how that would look. This time, instead of it being the governor's decision, it's the decision of, in our area, the Spokane Regional Health District to make a recommendation. And then it's the decision of individual schools to decide what they'll do for their school community. So the decision lays to Southside's administrative team and our board. We spent a lot of time praying and seeking what would be the best for Southside and for Spokane as a whole as we bring many students together. So what we found out yesterday was that everything is broken down into 3 different categories depending on the risk of the transmission level. So we have a high risk, a moderate risk, and a low risk. I'm going to pass this over to Marie Darling now, who's our numbers gal here at Southside, and she's going to explain the rest to you.
Thank you, Mrs. Downs. As she mentioned, counties can fall into 3 different risk categories: high, moderate, or low. To figure out which level you are at, there is a metrics, and that metrics is how many new cases per 100,000 residents over the course of 14 days. To be considered high risk, the number of cases is 75 or higher. If a county falls in the high risk category, it is the strong recommendation that all learning is at a distance. Also, any in-person extracurricular activities are postponed or canceled. At the moderate level, the metric is between 25 and 75 new cases per 100,000 over the course of that 14 days. In the moderate level, elementary students are able to do in-person learning. It is the recommendation that middle school and high school are doing distance learning though. However, here at Southside, because of our class capacities and the size, and because we don't have so many people passing in the hallway, at the moderate risk level, we would actually be able to open up all grades. A low risk county is one in which the number is less than 25. As you can see here, there are 25 counties that are currently in that high risk. Our current metric is 214.5.
So Southside families, it is very clear that our numbers are way above 75. We are at 214.5, and the recommendation is that numbers are below 75 for reopening. We are so far beyond that I do not feel safe at all with asking you to send your precious babies here. We love them. We love all of you, and their education is so important to us. We've spent all summer coming up with a great plan so we could be prepared for whatever. But I honestly, as a school leader, cannot require you or my staff to come back when we have this. This decision is not based off of fear. This decision is made off of respect for people who know more about this than we do as educators. I want to encourage you to listen to us, see what our plan is. We've got some good information coming up on the next couple of slides, and just really pray. I know there are going to be other private schools that are opening at this time. They'll be opening in September. By Labor Day, the numbers are even expected to spike more. There is rumor that we're coming to a plateau. We're not sure, but we definitely know we're not going to be at below 75 by the time school opens. We want to start planning, continue our planning for what it's going to look like when we're able to be all together, even if it is online. Our teachers have been doing a ton of training. We've really dedicated time and thought and prayer into this school year, knowing that it's so uncertain. And what I want to guarantee to you is consistency. And I don't feel like I could do that if we reopen. If one teacher has a sniffle, if they're not feeling well, they have to stay home. If we have a case of COVID, we shut down either our learning pods or the entire school. That back and forth feels unnecessary, feels risky, and it does not seem consistent for students. We want to make sure that our learning is amazing, that it's consistent, and that we are doing our part as citizens in Spokane County to get the numbers to come down as quickly as possible so that we actually can reopen with recommendations that make us feel that we're asking you to do something that is safe. So I just ask you, please pray about this. You will see private schools opening at this time, and you may have some questions. And all of your parents, I'm a parent. I know there's some times when our kids say, well, my friend's doing it, why can't I? And usually, what's your reason? I just want you to think about that. I love you all. I know we have a lot of new families too, and you don't know us as much, but I hope that this speaks to you, that your student and family health, and still their education is going to be good and solid, right? But your health is so important to us that we possibly risk having to do some pretty dramatic things with our school. You come first. And that's what I can promise you if you're a Southside family. So there is a silver lining. When we are at the moderate risk, we can say, hooray, we're going to be back in our classrooms, and we are ready for you. We have spent a lot of time this summer making sure that our classrooms are ready, that we meet all of the OSPI guidance for safe reopening and regulations. And we're ready for that. We're ready for you, and we can't wait to have you back in the building. In the meantime, I want you to remember that reopening in any way is valuable, no matter how it looks, that our students can be educated from teachers that really love them and really will know them. It's just so exciting. I love our teachers. I love this community. I love you as families. I think that's one thing that we can really just treasure. And I'm looking forward to showing you how different our online learning is going to look this year now that we've had all of this training and know a lot more than we did in the spring.
We are excited to share with you our plans here at Southside for distance learning in the fall and all of the changes we have implemented. Our distance learning plan will be very different than what we experienced in the spring. Two of the main items that we would like to highlight is that there will be lots of hands-on teacher, live experiences each day, and that you as parents will be able to be hands-off. All student learning will happen with the teacher and supported by the teacher. Welcome to Southside at Home. We are coming to you. This fall, our kindergarten through 8th grade students will each be given a Chromebook laptop to use for learning. Our teachers are also trained in a new program that we purchased that allows for monitoring of what the student is doing on their Chromebook. This will allow teachers to help assist students remotely to ensure that they are in the correct place, assist with questions, help keep them on track, and can also send private messages to students if needed. Throughout the summer, our teachers have had over 40 hours of various trainings to be prepared for all scenarios. This included learning about all the Google platforms, and as a school, we adopted a new math curriculum called Eureka. This is an amazing curriculum that concentrates on conceptual understanding, cohesive learning throughout the grades, and is adaptable to various learning levels. We have spent a lot of time planning our distance learning schedule to allow for teacher-led experiences. Our 5-day learning program will consist of 3 teacher-led live sessions each day and an opportunity for small and large group connections. The classroom will be completed during sessions to ensure understanding. There will be a balance of online and offline activities and parent-teacher check-in opportunities. Our day will also consist of an hour-long lunch break, stretch breaks, and fun brain breaks. This carefully devised plan will allow for a hands-off approach for you as parents because the teachers will be working with your students for all learning times. The school day will be completed by 2 p.m. each day. What will our session look like? Here's an example of what an hour-long session could include. The teacher would start off with the session with live direct instruction of new material for the students. Following the learning of new material, the students will partake in a stretch or a brain break. This allows the students to take a quick break and refocus on their learning. Students will then participate in a variety of different activities. This will be teacher-led and may include small group breakouts, whole class work, independent study, or work time. The end of the session would involve the teachers reviewing concepts and ensuring understanding of each student.
Okay, Southside families, we need you. I am asking you, please pray, please stay. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but I hope that you can just see that there's a lot of care and attention that has gone into having the best plan moving forward for you and your family. And I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you all for being patient with us getting back to you. We've been working really hard and attending a ton of meetings since Monday, and I feel that God's peace is on my heart. I feel like it's on our administrative team's hearts and our teachers' hearts, our board's hearts. We were all 100% united. And we really hope that you know that everything we do at Southside is going to be above the bar. All right. Thank you.